Pleasanton. As the battle against a potential new Costco store in the East Bay continues, the City Council is expected to backtrack on a decision made last year, a move that could further delay the big box store from opening. The Pleasanton Council likely will decide at a meeting in September whether it wants to rescind its decision to accept an environmental impact report, a vital document needed for the Costco project at the 40-acre site on Johnson Drive to move forward. Last November, the council accepted the environmental impact report for the project at a 40-acre Johnson Drive site at the Stone Ridge Drive interchange of Interstates 680 and 580. The area has been dubbed the Johnson Drive Economic Development Zone, or JDEDZ. But a month later, development opponents, including former councilman Matt Sullivan and other members of the Pleasanton Citizens for Responsible Growth, filed a lawsuit in Alameda County Superior Court. Last month, the city agreed in a stipulation, or agreement, filed in court that it would present the City Council with a resolution that would set aside the council's November decision. Because of the council's summer schedule, September is the likely date when the item will appear on an agenda. Costco, as well as the attorney for the Citizens for Responsible Growth, also signed the stipulation, agreeing to the further environmental review. In the lawsuit, opponents accused the City Council of improperly approving the project without adequate consideration of traffic and other environmental impacts. Opponents also have accused the city of providing Costco corporate welfare by agreeing to share sales tax revenues with the company to help Costco pay for required road improvements. The lawsuit also alleges that the air quality analysis contained in the IR was not sufficient. Dan Satergren, Pleasanton's city attorney, said that once the additional environmental review is completed, then council will reconsider approval of the project. Although this project has already been subject to extensive environmental review, the city believes that this is the most effective way to provide the public and public officials with information and allow for reconsideration of the project, he said in an email. Satergren said a similar approach was taken in 2009, when the city was faced with a similar lawsuit over an IR for a project known as the Staples Ranch development. The project, in the east side of the city south of Interstate 580 and west of El Charro Road, includes plans for a 17-acre community park with an indoor public ice skating rink and 11 acres of retail space. Construction began in 2011 on the development, and now has stores already in place such as Pacific Pearl and the senior living facility Stone Ridge Creek. Council at the time reapproved the project, after additional environmental review was conducted. Sullivan said in a statement that he's pleased with the city's decision. The city is doing the right thing by rescinding the JDEDZ approvals, reopening the supplemental environmental impact report, and fully exploring the environmental impacts of this project on the community, Sullivan said. We look forward to reviewing the revised environmental study when it is complete. The battle against the Costco store has been ongoing for several years. 2 years ago, Pleasanton voters were asked if they would like to ban big box stores of 50,000 square feet or more at the Johnson Drive business area. The issue was put on the ballot after a referendum, but residents soundly voted no against the measure, therefore welcoming the idea of big box stores in the city. After the council agreed to the environmental impact report last November, the Pleasanton Citizens for Responsible Growth tried to gather enough signatures for another referendum, but failed. It was less than a month later, in December, when they took the city to court.